Hi, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the business. What are the transactions required in the business? If you start the business, sales is the main process, but there is around the sales. There are much more and many more things we need to do it. That is what I'm going to discuss over here. I will share my screen. I'm going to show you my mind mapping tool, which I use it, and hopefully you would like it. Okay, I'm sharing the screen. Okay, you can see my screen. So in the business, the first thing what we need is database. Without database, the business is of no use. Then second thing what you need is product. If you have a database, but if you don't have a product, what will you do? Then the third thing, what you need is some marketing tool. Now, there are so many marketing tools. We are not going to discuss about the marketing tools today. We will discuss this maybe later on. Fourth, once we have got a marketing tool, maybe like emailing tool or WhatsApp marketing, social media marketing, there are many things. We start receiving inquiry. And that is a very important transaction of the business is inquiry. Okay. Once we receive the inquiry, we initiate the communication. But after initiating the communication, at certain stage, customer asks quotation. But there are some business where the people do not ask for the quotation, but they ask for the sample. So you have to send a sample. Once you send a sample to the customers, either customer may accept your sample or may reject your sample, or they may ask for a resampling. Whatever may be the case, if your sample is accepted, then customer will ask you for the quotation. Now, what is quotation? Quotation is a very important landmark in the sales transaction. In a day-to-day business, if we buy anything in the market from our home purpose, we generally don't ask for the quotation. We ask the price. If we like the price, if we like the product, we will buy it. If we don't like the price, we will leave it. But in the business, if you want to purchase, there is a process that either you give the quotation or take the quotation. If you are buying it, you take the quotation. But if you are selling it, you give the quotation because the other person is buying something, and that is the reason they are asking for the quotation. Okay. Now, what is the quotation? Quotation is a written document of whatever the information is exchanged between you and the supplier. Okay. So it is a written document of whatever the information exchanged. Now the information can be technical. Okay. It can be commercial, or it may be service, or it can be some support. Support and service is the same thing. Or it may be any other benefits. discount or anything. Okay. Now, this is what, if many times, if the supplier tells you some information and when you buy it, they may say, oh no, it is not that here available now. It was, this scheme was there maybe 1 week before or during this festival time, but now we don't have the scheme. Now there is a problem because when you take of buying a decision during the festival season, that time the rates were different, the terms were different, the products were different, and after will be the festival season. If you go and buy the product, it is everything is changed. So whatever the time and you have spent to analyze the product or price and services is getting wastage. Second, why the people go for a quotation? Because in the organization, the boss or maybe the owner or the director, they do go out and buy everything. They have appointed the people. Okay, if they want something, maybe the computer or printer for the office purpose, there is administrative task. Administrative person is there. He or she will take a decision. But if you are manufacturing some product and want to buy the component or rest of the products to make that particular machine or manufacture that particular product, there is a purchase manager. Okay. And now, how to ensure that either the administrative task or the purchase manager buying a product as per our organization standard, as per the fixed price, as per the terms and condition, what is beneficial to our organization, how to ensure it. Because verbally you can definitely change your words. And hence the quotation comes in the picture. That whatever you are buying, you get the quotation. Write it. What is the specification of the product? Tomorrow you should not say, oh, that you were telling me 5 GB hard disk, 500 GB hard disk, but now we are supplying you only 240 GB hard disk. No. Whatever you have written in the quotation, I need it. So that is the clarity. And that is the reason the quotation is asked. Okay. So the quotation, as I said, it is a written document of whatever the information exchange between the customer and the supplier. Okay. So this is what about the quotation. Now let us say you have sent the quotation. Then you will confirm the quotation, whether he likes or he doesn't like, whatever may be the case. You may receive an order. So maybe you can just write sales order. Okay. Now the sales order is nothing but it is now other way around written document from supplier to customer. Okay, this is what we are accepting the order. But before the accepting, there is a one more document which comes, that is a purchase order from the customer. So how do you get it? Once you give the quotation, then the customer gives you okay. So you exchange all the document. Once you go through it, the customer share the purchase order. He will tell you the written document. And what is the purchase document? Purchase order. It is a written document between customer and supplier from customer side. Now the customer will bind the supplier. Okay, yes, I have received your quotation and I agree that this is the product I needed, whatever you have written in the quotation, whatever the terms and condition you have specified, whatever the rate, discount, I agree. and I'm placing my order based on the whatever the quotation you have submitted. Okay. So what happened? Through the quotation, supplier is binding the customer. Okay, this is what I'm going to supply. And once your quotation is approved, now the customer is binding the supplier. Ki, yes, I need this product and you are supposed to provide this product as I have written. Once this purchase order is written by the received by the supplier, supplier again bind the customer with the acceptance of the sales order. Ki, yes, I agree your purchase order. Bind customer by supplier that I agree your purchase order and will supply the product as per PO specification. So now the supplier is against purchase order, is sending a sales order and is binding the customer. Ki, yes, I have gone through your purchase order. It is as per my quotation. If there is a change, let us say in the quotation you have specified that I need a 50% advance. But the client is smart and client has placed a purchase order with the change in the terms that 0% advance and 100% on delivery. If you notice these changes, the supplier again talk over the phone with the customer and say that, sir, my terms is 15% advance. You have mentioned the 0% advance in the purchase order. It is not accepted. So if you want this product, I'm writing it and I'm accepting your order with the 50% advance only. Client may say, no, I will pay only the 25%. Then supplier will make the changes in the sales order and he will write it that 25% advance and the 75%. He will make this sales order and again he will tell the customer that I'm sending you sales order. Please accept my sales order. Once he say, okay, fine, we accept this sales order, that means this sales order becomes the binding document between the customer and supplier. Sales order is the final and binding document between supplier and customer. Okay. So that's how the business moves. So the sales order is the binding document. Now, once the sales order has come, sales order has got a lot of things. Let us say it has got product specification, okay, then it has got terms and conditions, okay, then it has a delivery schedule, and very important, that's a payment sheet. So based on this product and specification, the business, the supplier now prepares what? He will prepare a delivery order or dispatch order. Delivery uh, or work order. Okay. Now work order is prepared for manufacturing. And delivery order is prepared for trading. Okay. So that's how the work order and delivery order. So if the business is of trading, then it is a delivery order. And the business is of manufacturing, then it's a work order. We as a software developer comes into a manufacturing. So we should make a work order because it has got a lot of detail. In delivery order, you don't have to specify anything. Particular mobile, M31, Samsung, and it's dispatch 100 piece. But you have to manufacture, then you have to write it. This should be the display, this should be the toughened glass, this should be the memory. Okay, so in a work order, it is a complex. The delivery order is simple. Then the, let us say, manufacturing unit prepare it and they make it product ready. Once they make a product ready, the document comes, that's QC. What is QC? That is a quality control. And what is the quality control? Inspecting material rather than a material product based on client specification specified in sales order. Okay. Or sometimes supplier review even the customer's purchase order also, because that is what is come from the customer. So you will say, yes, okay, M31, okay, it's maybe a 5-inch display. Okay, the Android operating system, whatever the parameter, maybe 100 parameters they will check. They will check each and everything, whether it is functioning right or not. Okay. Once they make it, they send it, they approve it rather than it. Either approve or reject. Once it is approved, ninth document is delivery challan. Okay. So delivery challan is prepared. Sometimes in the manufacturing, when the QC is approved by the in-house person, they intimate to the customer. For inspection. Okay. They tell when the QC is done, maybe few products are prepared, then they will inform customer, yes, we have already prepared your mobile, you can come and check. Okay. So the customer, maybe it's inspect, whoever the person, maybe a purchase or anybody can come, they will inspect it. Okay. So what they do, they inspect customer executives, period. Inspect products at random. Okay, so you'll say, where is my product? So they will not see one. I said, you have prepared only manufactured one, then it is a sample. I don't want to check. He said, okay, sir, there are enough 1,000 pieces are there. Then the inspector will say, okay, open that third box. Give me. Once third, then maybe we'll say open from maybe the bottom pack. So they will inspect around 8 to 10. And then if they found it, maybe one rejected, then they will write it. Yeah, the one piece is rejected. So your rejection rate is out of the 9, I checked it. 10, I checked it, one is rejected. So 10%. So your ratio, I will consider 10% rejection. If that is the case, we will reject the entire order. Okay. He will say, sir, check 10 more. And then they found all same and all good. So he said, okay, now your rejection is 0.5%, 5%. I said, okay, accept it. So that's how it works. Or it depends. I mean, it is not like 5 or 10% is the industry standard. Every company has got a different standard. So it's like that. So once it is accepted, once the inspection is agreed, inspection is approved, now they will tell the supplier you can dispatch the material. So once the material is ready for the shipping, either shipping can be by road or by air or anything, whatever may be. That is, we don't want to. The transaction is delivery challenge. So once it is ready, they will prepare a delivery challenge. Okay, and maybe dispatch by different road, ship, air. Okay, trade. That's how they may dispatch. Once the material is dispatched, final is invoice. Okay. The invoice is prepared, and then the next is the payment. Payment is, of course, if there is a terms of advance received, then there is a one more thing is there which you missed it. That's a pro forma after the quotation. You missed that, I think. Pro forma. Why the pro forma is required? Because we need an advance. Okay, and why we need advance? Because the term says that you have to pay advance, then only we will dispatch the material. The customer has got a problem. If we have not received the invoice, how can you make the payment? How can you make the payment? So it is a deadlock. Supplier says, I cannot give you invoice because I am not dispatching the material. So the pro forma comes. Okay, send me the pro forma, which is not a legal document that you dispatch the material, but it is a maybe mid-level document. Okay, and that's how you can prepare this invoice. Okay, pro forma. So pro forma invoice comes before the sales order or after the sales order. Depends on a different companies are different. Sometimes the customer accept the order and then they send the pro forma invoice. And sometimes you send the pro forma invoice. If I get the payment done only, I will accept the order. Like what we do. Okay. So this is what about the transactions in the business. So I hope that you have understood the transaction. We will discuss more in detail once. Let me. Okay. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Okay. Our contact detail is there in the down. Okay. Thank you very much.